Hi friends, thanks for visiting my crowdfunding page for my book, Roots of Consciousness, A Modern Skeptic's Journey into Plant Medicines and Psychedelic Science. This work is a product of my own journey with plant medicines and psychedelics, born out of the fact that I think it's an element of psychedelic literature that's sorely lacking in this field. It's something that I would have wanted to read as I entered into the shamanic world of ayahuasca and other plant medicines. I come from a background of science and engineering, and I am what I would call a modern skeptic. And so entering into this spiritual world presented a lot of challenges for me. So I sort of struggled to combine these two extremely powerful, extremely effective paradigms of science and spirituality, and I realized that that's sort of been the big question lately. So I wanted to dive further into this topic, specifically because the recent research that is arising surrounding consciousness and how psychedelics affect consciousness and how consciousness affects health in a very real and physical way, all of these things sort of hint at spiritual elements in their findings. And I also think that it's important for the movement as a whole, and particularly this psychedelic renaissance that's taken shape in recent years, that people are educated on the current state of scientific progress surrounding these substances and the amazing findings that are being revealed, as well as the sacredness and respect inherent in the traditional use and practices of these substances. So I think understanding both aspects of this work through this book is important, not only for the safe and sustainable use of these substances, and particularly plant medicines, but it also provides the opportunity for the individual to get the most out of their healing process. As well, I think having the combination of knowledge means that we can continue to push for policy changes which steer our approach and use of these medicines towards ones that can continue to greatly benefit millions of people, as they are already doing. So the other aspect of this book is, what can we take from these discoveries and apply to our everyday lives? What are these psychoactive medicines and studies on consciousness and reemergence of spirituality really telling us? So I try to also distill the core lessons from these and give you some real-world application to hopefully help you achieve your optimal health and well-being. So for me, this book is sort of a layperson's guide, not only to the current state and knowledge of entheogenic research and therapy, but also delves into the lessons learned from these medicines, so that the reader can find the best path to healing for themselves with this book, whether that involves partaking in the medicines or simply just taking the lessons from them. So I'd love for you to be a part of this, to help with the campaign and to bring this endeavor to life. I've coordinated some awesome prizes with my company, Pulse Adventure Tours, where you can get discounts of 10, 20, 30%, or even a free retreat if you participate at that level in my campaign. There's only one spot for that. So I love this idea because it feels like we just get to spread the healing. And so take a look and feel free to contribute at whatever level resonates with you. Thank you for listening. I'll sum up just by saying that this is something that I'm really passionate about writing and investigating, because I want to bridge the gap between science and spirituality for the world as a whole, particularly for the Western world. There's some truth in the roots here, and we're getting closer and closer, and I think that if and when we figure it out, that will be the catalyst for the global shift in consciousness that's been building up for decades, and I'd love for us to get there in our lifetime. Thank you.